Hello, this is Big A Music and Entertainment coming from the studio. Yes, just trying to catch up on this part 2 of Believe None of What You Hear, Some of What You See, but Everything You Do Because You Did It. And this is the book that's going to be part of what you're listening to. So I'm going to read this and continue from page 7, and we're having a good time explaining it and reading it. And I hope that you're understanding every part of it, and it's only a figment of my imagination. It's nothing that actually took place. So understand and enjoy. Yes, enjoy. So we're going to go on up to page 7. But I'm going to give you a briefing on the beginning of part 1 of the grand finale, where the partner, Mr. Dippins, told Mr. Paul Mall about his wife Shanika being at the other end of Canal Boulevard in St. Charles Street with another man hugging her by the waist, and they not knowing that he was only helping her to cross the street. But at the same time, Mr. Paul Mall, he took what his partner said to heart, because he at first didn't believe, and he still didn't believe it. But when the partner wife vouched for what he said, that Shanika was being hugged by another man, that just torn him apart, and he was on his way to bring a bouquet of flowers to his wife at his mother-in-law's house. Now, there's no other way to take that but in a way like, wow, I shouldn't believe this. I know my wife. But at the same time, he went on and believed what he heard. And then when he saw something, he believed all that he saw viciously, not trying to understand it. He was vicious about it. And then when the outcome came, he wound up being the one doing and believing exactly what he did, because it was too late then. So now we are at page 7, where Mr. Lucky Strike, Paul Mall, got in a taxi and left the hospital and went home, and he cried all night. At 1 a.m. he fell asleep, but that is when the police officer knocked at his door to arrest Mr. Lucky Strike for pushing his wife into the street. So when Mr. Lucky Strike opened the door, Officer Pert read him his rights and told him he is being arrested for his wife Shanika murder, because a witness came forward saying they saw Mr. Lucky Strike run and punch another man in the head, who Shanika, his wife Shanika, was walking and hugging. But at the same time, he knocked him back in the street. And that's when a Yugo car ran across Shanika, and the back tire landed on her head after the car hit a phone booth. Yeah, this is something to reckon with. It's things that happen every day in our lives. That's why it's only a figment of my imagination. I can imagine some of the things that take place in life. That's true. So understand me. And I'm reading and explaining at the same time. And here we go, page 8. If you have a book, they're on sale for $3. All you have to do is email me, and I'll be sure enough to get it to you. Shipping and handling is free. $3, shipping and handling free. Now, we have to look at the street camera film to see just what happened, but until then, we have to arrest you because we have a witness saying you caused this accident. Now, that's Officer Pert telling this to Mr. Lucky at his house in his front door now. Mr. Lucky Strike turned around and let Officer Pert handcuff him to take him to jail. It's 9 o'clock a.m. Mr. Lucky Strike was taken to Magistrate Court. There he met the witness, the partner wife, Mrs. Cauliflower Dipping. Ooh, she got a name as matches, huh? Activity. She's always dipping. That's their name. So what it is this here. Who looked at the stand and says to the Judge T, Miss Judge T, yes, that Mr. Lucky Strike Paul Moore is the person that ran from behind and knocked the strange man and his wife, his own wife, Shanika Paul Moore, into the street. Mr. Lucky Strike Paul Moore took the stand and said, I need a lawyer. Then Judge T said to him, if you cannot afford one, an attorney will be appointed to you by the court of law. Then Mr. Lucky Strike said he has a witness, and his name is Mr. Camel Salem. That man told him he can have a number, but he don't want to have nothing to do with that, you know. But hey, here it is. The number is 504-525-5555. Can you please get him in court, Judge T? That's when Judge T said, yes, we will have Mr. Camel Salem subpoenaed to court. After that, Mr. Lucky Strike asked for a bond to be set, and Judge T said bond is set at $84,000 only because the case is written up as an accident. Ooh, watch out. Judge T says she wants an update police report. And the DA said unto Officer Perk, update this case to a vehicular homicide of first-degree murder with intent to kill while running up from behind someone to push them into the street of oncoming traffic. Now, that's what he did. But that was not what he wanted to do, but it happened. And look what happened. Look at the charge that he's occurred now. Mr. Lucky Strike said, oh my God, I need you and an attorney. But right now, I am able to put my house up for collateral, Judge T. Judge T said, post the $84,000 bond, surety bond for Mr. Lucky Strike by using his house for collateral. Yeah, you'll get that house from him. He can try to leave if he wants. You don't get that big house. Immediately after Mr. Lucky Strike Paul Moore was released from prison on surety bond, he got in touch with Attorney Sellout Shorty. Attorney Sellout Shorty, wow, what the what? And retained him, but at the same time, Mr. Lucky Strike has to put a restraining order against his wife's family because they are calling him with threats. Whoa, you blame him? No. Attorney Sellout Shorty said, ask Mr. Lucky Strike, did he want a speedy trial? But he said no. But he said, I need some time to overcome all this anxiety that is taking over me. Attorney Sellout said he will do the best that he can, but the DA is filing for a speedy trial as we speak. Oh boy, look at this. Mr. Lucky Strike said, oh no, I'm not ready for this shit, none of this shit at all. My heart is hurting. I need a doctor. Attorney Sellout said, would you like for me to get you a glass of water or a soda? Mr. Lucky Strike replied, no, I need a doctor. That's when Mr. Lucky Strike started walking to the door. But unfortunately, Mr. Lucky Strike Paul Moore fell face flat to the floor, and Attorney Sellout Shorty had to dial 911 for an ambulance. Well, now Mr. Lucky Strike is in the back of the ambulance confessing. What y'all think he's saying? Just listen. Check it out. He's in the back of the ambulance confessing, saying, only if I would not have taken what Mr. Always Dipping said to heart, and if I would not have gotten angry because I saw my wife in another man's arms, but only if I would not have believed what I heard, and if I would not have believed at all that I saw. None of this would have me at fault for my wife and my mother-in-law dead. Now, I believe what my friend Mr. Edgar Kimmy Sr. said in his very first story I read. Wow, he read a story already? What happened with him? He don't remember? No, he remembers. It's too late now. But check this out. I believe none of what you hear, believe none of what you see, but believe everything you do because you did it. And just like I killed my wife, I did cause my mother-in-law dead, and now I can't breathe.